This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Police identify foreign national found dead in Manchester. Police have identified a foreign national whose body was found in Shudley, Manchester on Sunday morning. He is 50-year-old Kenyatta Harris, a resident of New Jersey in the United States and the West Green Crescent in St. James. Head of the Manchester Police, Superintendent Lloyd Darby, said about 5:30 a.m. police were alerted to the community where the man's body was found on a roadway with a wound to the head. The police are awaiting the outcome of an autopsy report to determine the cause of death. Dead teen mom's boyfriend and his uncle being sought by police. The boyfriend of a 17-year-old mother of a 2-month-old baby is one of 2 people named as persons of interest in her shooting death Sunday night. The man has been identified as Eric Murdoch, otherwise called Brando, who is also the father of the victim's child. His uncle, Tevin Cross, is also being sought by the police. Devonese Nelson, otherwise known as Pinky, a student from North Street, Kingston, was shot dead at her child's father's home in Denhamtown on Sunday night. Her baby had been admitted to hospital. Prior to her death, the news understands. Police said Murdoch and his uncle, both from Kings Heights, Water Street, Kingston 14, are being asked to turn themselves into the Denhamtown police immediately. The police said residents reported hearing explosions and summoned members of the security forces. Upon arrival of the police, a joint search of the area was conducted with the military, during which they were alerted to the apartment in Kings Heights. The joint team, upon entering the premises, saw the door to the apartment ajar and made entry inside. Upon entering, the team saw Nelson's body laying on its side in a pool of blood. The body had what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the left side of the face. Nelson was taken to the Kingston Public Hospital, where she was confirmed dead. Met Service monitoring tropical wave. Jamaica's National Meteorological Service is monitoring a tropical wave which is showing signs of potential development this week. It could develop into a tropical depression over the Atlantic Ocean and enter the southeastern Caribbean by midweek. According to the Meteorological Service, this has increased the chance for rain over the island going into the weekend. Toll rate outcry. Opposition is mounting against the plan to increase Highway 2000 toll rates scheduled to take effect this Saturday. A citizens group in Portmore, St. Catherine, wants the hike put on hold for 2 years. Dalton Scott, president of the Cumberland Tri-Sector Citizens Association, told the news that with the country still recovering from the pandemic, a rate adjustment should not be granted at this time.
Where a lot of persons not working, person lost their job, persons cannot travel anymore, persons just go overseas and get a little assistance here. All of that, there's a total reduction in the economic life of the people in residence in Portmore. And so I'm calling as one of the leaders of the community that we need to, the authorities, whoever is initiating this increase, to put it on hold for another 2 years. And not 3 case where residents said when they calculate how much toll they are paying, they have to find another place in Kingston to live. This is how bad it is getting. And when they match what is the increase with their salary and how much it's going to cost them, it is tremendous.
The National Consumers League has also raised alarm at the pending toll rate increase, arguing that it cannot be justified at this time, given how recent the last increase was. It warned that the rise in the toll could lead to reduced traffic volumes on the highway. A notice published last week by the Minister of Transport said an application has been received for toll increases for the east-west leg of Highway 2000 come July 2. Trevor Samuels, a spokesman for the Consumers League, told the news that he was surprised another hike was being sought so quickly after the last toll adjustment.
Going on the recent increase, which is not very long ago, we have not even gotten used to it yet, and then we hear that it's another one coming onto it again. And I don't think the dollar has depreciated that much since the last price increase, so therefore they could hold that a little longer. You know, the dollar has held fairly reasonably well since the last toll increase. So they should be able to hold that price increase for some time, for a couple more months, maybe to the end of the year. I don't think they need to put it on right now at all. When you realize that the price of petrol is so high and getting a knock on the toll again is driving transport out of reach, and it's going to go right back into the cost of goods. Because the people who are carrying passengers, sooner or later, they are going to ask for increases too. And the people who are driving trucks with goods coming in and out of things, whether food or other things, they sooner or later are going to ask for an increase, and they're going to, even if they don't go outright, they are going to sneak the price onto the price of goods sooner or later. They're not going to just take it like that because it's a loss to them.
That prediction of the toll increase having a domino effect appears set to be confirmed, with Ricardo Valentine, General Manager of the Port Trailer Haulage Association, declaring that truckers will have no choice but to pass on the cost of the increased toll rates.
Ultimately, regardless of what the expense is, it usually is passed on to the client, either through increased rates or direct billing. Of course, we're talking about one of the variable costs to supply trucking services right now is the toll fee, because it makes sense in terms of using those corridors, in terms of the fact that it is safe, in terms of the fact a lot of instances it's shorten the distance. But certainly as the cost goes up, certainly that variable cost, the variable factor certainly does go up. Similar to fuel. We have to brace ourselves though, for what is happening, because based on what is happening internationally, we don't expect expenses to be curtailed anytime soon. Certainly we're heartened by the fact that recently there is a reduction in fuel costs, but certainly generally when we were looking at our own rates to increase our rates in February, ex-refinery cost for diesel oil, it was like $179. And now it's somewhere in the vicinity of $250 something. We're talking about something in the vicinity of $70 increase. So that is a larger concern for truckers at this time.
Mental health professionals to assist the students cope with the COVID-19 impact. A team of mental health professionals will visit 32 schools this week as part of efforts to help students cope with the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. The initiative is a collaborative effort between the Ministries of Education and Health. The sessions, which are being carried out by members of the Jamaica Psychiatric Association and the Jamaica Psychological Association, will introduce students to the various dimensions of health, including mental health. The Health Ministry says the team will also expose students to coping mechanisms for dealing with stress. Some schools will join the sessions virtually. Kingston West Police searching for suspects linked to deadly weekend attacks. Senior Superintendent Michael Phipps, head of the Kingston West Police, says the police are searching for 7 suspects in connection with deadly attacks in the Kingston West Police Division on the weekend. They are known by their aliases Fry Eye, Haji, Bunny, Dollar Boss, Ant-Man, Sarge, and Gov. There was a drive-by shooting in Arnett Gardens on Friday night, during which 7 persons were shot. Robert Hewart, a 37-year-old market clerk at the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, was killed in the incident. His death has reportedly sparked tension in sections of downtown Kingston. SSP Phipps told the news that the cops are also pursuing the suspects behind an attack on Lincoln Avenue on Saturday, in which 2 mechanics were shot. One of the men, who has been identified as 47-year-old Albert Hibbert, later died. St. Catherine Fire Department criticized after 4 houses damaged in Portmore blaze. The St. Catherine Fire Department is facing criticism from residents of Hamilton Gardens in Portmore after 4 houses were damaged in a blaze early Sunday morning. The residents complained to the news that initially 1 unit responded to the fire. They said the Portmore Fire Station is aware that the houses are attached, which increased the chances of more damage.
From that spread, it have a spread from house to house, so one truck can't handle that. You understand? More than one truck have to come, one at front and one at the back car, so. You understand? And they have to do so and come respond same time with the water truck, because you don't have that much fire hydrant around the place so them can connect and refill. You understand? So them something they're supposed to planning and know, so them respond. Them do them thing at the last part, but it take too long. And the equipment them they never really fully equipped. I want the truck they come, I think the Spanish truck come with leather on it.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.